Welcome to Exponential Tools, the show where we teach you how to use the emerging tools of the exponential age, AI, Web3, no-code, and more, to build smarter, faster, and more creatively than ever before.
All right, so today we are diving deep into Suno. Now, this is an AI tool that isn't just about creating songs. The CEO put it perfectly. He said it's about making musicians. And that's a huge shift, right? The idea is to take music from something you just, passively listen to and turn it into this active, creative experience that you can actually shape yourself.
So what does that actually mean to make musicians? Let's get into it. We're going to break down what Suno is really all about, their core mission, and the problem they're aiming to fix.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Making music, it's intimidating, right? It can take years to get good at an instrument or figure out all that complicated software. What Suno wants to do is just tear down that wall completely. They want to let anyone, and I mean anyone, jump straight into the fun part, the creative part, and just feel that amazing rush of making something totally new.
And this gets to a really core part of Suno's whole philosophy. They think that simple, empty text box we all know from ChatGPT, well, it's actually the wrong way to go for pretty much anything else, especially music. For music, you need something built for it, something that's actually joyful to use. See, the goal isn't just to make a smarter AI model. It's to build a tool that feels intuitive and genuinely inspires you to create.
All right, so how does the tech behind all this actually work? It's really clever, and don't worry, you don't need a PhD in machine learning to wrap your head around.
So under the hood, Suno is using the same kind of technology, transformer models that you see in tools like ChatGPT. And this is the really clever part, their big advantage, their secret sauce, isn't some brand new model they built from scratch. Nope. What they did was crack the code on how to tokenize audio. Think of it like this. They figured out how to teach a text-based AI to think in sound. And because they did that, they can now leverage all the incredible progress happening in open-source AI without having to reinvent the wheel.
And this leads to a really fundamental difference in how they approach things. With language models, the rule is usually bigger is better, because you're solving pretty objective problems. But music? Music is totally subjective. It's all about taste. So Suno isn't trying to build these gigantic, world-eating AI models. Instead, they're focusing on smaller, more refined AIs that they can actually teach to have, good taste. So, okay, you've got this unique tech that's built around taste, not just raw power. What does that unlock? Well, it unlocks a pretty wild vision, turning music from something that's just on in the background into something that's more like a video game.
I mean, think about it. How do most of us listen to music? It's usually just background noise while we're working or driving, right? Suno's CEO sees a totally different future. One where making music is just as interactive, just as engaging as playing a game like Fortnite. An experience that's so compelling, people are actually excited to pay for it.
And here's the wild part. People are already using this stuff in ways the creators never even dreamed of. You've got sales teams creating personalized songs to send to prospects. I mean, how do you even say no to that? You have parents and their kids making music together. And superfans are creating what's basically musical fan fiction for the artists they love. It's incredible.
But, whenever you have a technology that unlocks this much new creation, you're going to get some friction. It's almost inevitable. And that's exactly what's happened here. This innovation has put Suno on a direct collision course with the old guard, the traditional music industry. And this gets right to the heart of the whole conflict. The big question is, if you make the supply of music basically infinite, doesn't that just devalue it? Suno's take is really interesting. They say, yeah, maybe the value of one single song goes down, but the value of music as an overall experience, as a part of our culture, goes way up.
Well, in June of 2024, all that tension finally boiled over. The major record label sued Suno, hitting them with copyright infringement claims. Now, Suno's position is that training models on publicly available data is just standard practice. So what you're really seeing is a debate over the very nature of the market. Is music a fixed pie that just gets sliced up, or can AI actually grow the pie for everybody? And that right there, that's the real core of this conflict. It's a fundamental clash of cultures. On one side, you have Suno, the classic tech disruptor, saying, hey, let's collaborate. Let's build something bigger together. And on the other side, you have the established industry, whose default setting is often sue first and ask questions later. One side sees a massive opportunity, and the other sees a massive threat.
So, where does this all leave us? What's the future of music going to look like? Well, the thing is, the path forward isn't set in stone. And according to the team at Suno themselves, there are a couple of really dangerous traps that we all need to be careful to avoid.
Suno's CEO talks about two specific dystopian futures we need to watch out for. The first one he calls the impersonator future. This is where AI is just used to churn out endless, unauthorized fakes of famous artists with no credit, no payment. The second one is the antisocial future. This is where music becomes this hyper-personalized drug, streaming an endless feed of songs that only you will ever like, completely killing the whole social, shared experience that makes music so important to us.
And what all this really points to is a massive shift in what we value in art. When AI can handle the technical skill part of creating, what's left for us? Well, the most important human contribution becomes taste. The creators of the future might not be people who've mastered an instrument for 20 years. They might be curators, people with an amazing ear who can guide the AI to make something truly incredible.
And you can actually try this for yourself, like right now. It's so easy to get started. You literally just go to their website, you type in a description of the song you want, and boom, within seconds you've got 2 complete tracks ready to go. The time to wow, as they say, is pretty much instant.
And really, this is probably the most important thing to take away from all this. The future of music, or frankly, any field that AI is touching, it's not inevitable. It isn't just something that's going to happen to us. Just saying, oh, AI is coming it's a passive way to think about it. The real question, the important one, is right there on your screen. Who's going to build this future, and what kind of future do we actually want to create?
This is Exponential Tools, brought to you by Exponential Tom. Learn more and join the movement at exponentialtom.com.